Hi, and welcome to another special edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to have a go at a listener crossword. So these are the themed barred puzzles that appear in Saturday's Times, often regarded as the hardest generally available published puzzle anywhere in the world. That might be going a bit too far, but we'll see. Today's is called Follow My Leader by Harribobs, number 4469. I won't be able to publish this until 3 weeks after it appeared, because that's the time limit that the Times imposes. I think there's 12 days to get the solution in, but then there's a period in which you're not really allowed to discuss the puzzle. I don't want to breach that. But I'm just really going to get on with it and see if you can either benefit from seeing the order I solve in, or I'll mention a few things as I go, but it's not really going to be an explanatory video. It's more just you get to watch my solve. Some people might be interested in how quickly I go and whether it's the same route through the puzzle as they will have taken. Others might just want to have some idea how you would go about it. And hopefully, if we get to the end, we'll get some idea of how you identify the theme. So that's what the plan is. Who knows what can happen? I've copied out the grid into my sympathy application, and I'll be filling that in, looking at the clues on the left side. So let's start by reading the preamble. In 8, so remember it was called Follow My Leader, that might turn out to be important. In 8 cells, several letters from crossing answers clash. In each case, the letters can be arranged to form a member of a group. So I've seen this sort of thing before. You'll get quite a few letters that have to be crammed into a cell that'll make up a word or something. Only the first letter of each member must be entered in its cell. That's the kind of entry instruction for us. Solvers must write down the location of each member in order below the grid. The location of each member in order. We don't know what that means till we've understood what they are. The wordplay in 34 clues, that's most of them clearly. How many have we got? About 46 clues or so. The wordplay in 34 of them indicates the answer with an extra letter that is not entered in the grid. The letters spell out an explanatory instruction. That's going to be important, that message, and I've created an Excel file where I'll hope to enter those letters as I come across them. Not because I knew exactly what the preamble was going to say, this really is my first glance at it, but because you so often have to have a list of the clue numbers handy or write on your script. So let's start with one across. Mascots set problems. Set could easily be an anagram indicator because it has so many meanings. That can be one of them. So we could be looking at an anagram of mascots. We could even be looking at an anagram of problems with one letter less. I can't see what the answer to that is. One down, label on delicate pot. Label could be a tag or a tab or even a name. Don't know any short synonyms for delicate. 2 down, lady who scrubs legislation making women disrobe. No, I can't see that either. 3 down, Scott predicting quarrel with monarch. Okay, so a Scott predicting, there is this word spay, and spayer is a Scottish word for someone who sees into the future. So the quarrel must be a spat. So 3 down, and the monarch is ER. 3 down gives us a T in the message, so I will fill that in there. Okay, so we've got to start 12 across. Oops. 12 across. Foreman clothed in better material of fine texture. So material of fine texture will be the definition. Foreman is a bit odd. I don't know what that can mean. 15 across. Web designer, ultimately publisher. Looks a bit like a spider as a web designer, but I don't know why that would be ultimately publisher. 17 across. More young weren't mobilized. So that's newer. And again, we've got an extra T at 17 across this time. There it is, T. 1 down. Label again on delicate pot. Tagini or something. Fine. Label, tag, and fine. I don't quite know why tagine means pot. I presume that's something to do with the Moroccan dish. But I think I get an F from that. Not absolutely certain that's right, but I think it is. 12 across. That foreman clothed in better material of fine texture. Gossamer? Boss clothed in gam. Why would gam be better or better than gossamer? Oh, gossam is a better a gam? No, I don't know why. Mascot set problems. That now. Oh, well, it looks like. Okay, I know what that is because there's a word with the same root as talisman, which is telism. The set is a telly. Well, that's one of the spellings of telly for television. And problems are sums, giving us an extra U. So the message begins with a U, or the instruction. 2 down. Lady who scrubs. Legislation making women disrobe. And this is 9 letters, but there's only 4 letter space. Now, lady who scrubs, yeah, this is laundress, which is a lady who scrubs. That's the definition. Law is legislation making its women, and that's the W, into disrobe, which is undress, gives us laundress. But I don't know. I think that's gossas something. So in that case, all the extra letters get crammed in there for laundress. So laundry all go in there. 15 across was the web designer. Okay, it's not Spider, it's an issuer, which is a publisher, and it's a tissue, and then the last letter of designer, so 15 down gives us a T. 15 down. Oh, there isn't a 15 down, it's 15 across. That's why I'm being silly. 15 across. Another T. Loads of T's in the message. That was laundress. So probably all the words which have letters crammed into cells don't have the extra letters. That might be the case. Military intelligence clerks. Okay, this is a longer one. Military intelligence clerks upset cattle. Miss, I don't know, on that Gossa. I have a feeling it might be Gossan, but I don't know why. 10 across. Mark devours. This is again, there's something crammed in. I suppose we were expecting that. Mark devours very good. That's probably pie. And then E for European. Birth en croûte. Mark. Scar? Scapia? 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 I don't know. 5 down. South European pirate wearies retreating. Slav. No, I'm not sure about that. South European pirate wearies retreating. Tires backwards, don't know. 18 down. Served up eggs and beer for protein. I'm sure the answer will be a protein. Could be an anagram of eggs and beer, but without one letter. Doesn't look like a protein. Notification of pay subdued after shattering wine glass. So that's a wages slip, probably. Subdued. Why would pay be subdued? I think, I'm not sure about that, but it could be pay subdued is giving the letter P somehow. Doesn't look right, but, and then wine glass is giving us an anagram, but with an extra N in it. So let's put that N in the message. Something like wages slip, probably begins with wage at least. 21 across. Motorway covered in imperfect coat of tar. Tarmac? That's not right. Oh, macadam, maybe. No, that's not right. Bad. I can't quite see that. Rudolph's dance partner eats good grub. Rudolf, oh, do I have to know actually Rudolf Nureyev's dance partner's first name? Eats good. No, don't know. 26. Took advantage, used, of American dictionary, US OED, so 26 across. Gives an O. No point studying the message yet, we need lots more of it. 34 with an S third. A month before university, all within capitals borders, must go back. A month before university, all within capitals borders, must go back. No, capitals borders, let's see.
Sorry.
Paintings about British fetishes, obies of fetishes, oils of paintings, 40 across gives us an L. That was my son trying to come into the room. 42 across, make support thicker. No, don't know that. 27 down, automates. Nothing left in bureau. Bureau desks. De-skills, nil, F. Okay, so it's de-skills. N is extra. So my theory that the words with crammed in cells didn't have extra letters is blown apart. But we know 27 down is de-skills. Can't really write it in because I don't know which letter goes where. 34 across, a month. Oh yeah, we looked at that. 38 across. Run cable hand over hand. No. Oh, lope. So it's rope with an L for left hand replacing an R for right hand. 31 across to get going again. Restart or something. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going in here. To get going again. Rule with intelligence and energy. So that is going to be re-something. Re-emerge, commence, rule with intelligence. I don't know, but it makes that more likely to be an L. So D-skills fits a lot of stuff into that first letter of 31. 28 down. Students that quit early, recalled after shaking off an old lethargy. Students that quit early. Recalled up, I don't know. And then the whole word meaning something obscure, lethargy. 35 down. Basil, perhaps. That looks like Herb holding Henry the Fifth down. Right. So the fifth down might be Serb, and that's Herb. I don't quite know what holding's doing in the clue, but if that's right, and I did fancy that 35 down might be something to do with a Serb, because it mentioned that 5 down might be. The fifth down is the fifth down answer. So this is going to be Serb. South European pirate is Rob. Wearies retreating Slav. So there's two sets of wordplay there. Southeastern pirate is S.E. Rob. Wearies retreating is Boars backwards. Both of those word plays give you the extra O. Might even be two O's, but that would be very weird. And the answer is a Slav or Serb. I thought it was a long clue. Military intelligence clerks. So yeah, what was this? MI must be military intelligence. Clerks upset cattle. I don't know that. Milkers. Oh, it's an anagram. MI and clerks without the C. Okay, so let's assume. Oh, I wanted to assume that all the confused letters went in there, but I don't think they do. So we've got an S at the end. That looks like it's. Maybe I'll put a star in suspected. Combined cells. So we had laundress, milkers, let's put an I in there. And sometimes you can get very confused though where one letter from a crossing entry is involved in the big thing. So here we had Mark devours, and then very good European gives pie. That's good. So Mark devours very, probably. So we put very in a word for Mark. We put V in bœuf en croûte. Veal pie, I would have thought, but oh, I can't quite see what sort of pie that is. Meat pie. Mark eats. Right, it is meat pie. We get an extra S for 10 across. But the interesting thing, 10 across is an extra S. Now we know all the letters in this crossing cell, and they are A-U-N-D-R-E from laundress and E-A from the meat pie. And that doesn't look like it's going to anagram into anything at all. That's very surprising. Andre. It's certainly not in order. Now in 12 across we had LKE from Milkers and 12, oh it was longer. Gamer was better. So Mer and Elk. So Merkel would be an anagram of that. So that suggests we're looking at leaders of, say, the G7. And I should probably know more about my world politics to know which leader that is. That could be an anagram of Andrea. Don't know at all. Sorry, Mr. Leader. Right, let's have a look at 24 down. But I think what we're doing is we're finding leaders crammed into the starred cells. So 24 down, reduced could be Europe, could be the world. Reduced grunge, perhaps. Reduced grunge, possibly. That looks like an anagram of grung. And cut back, source of strong smell. No, I can't see what we're doing there. 34 across, likely to be SL in the middle, which is odd. A month before university, all within Greece. Can't see what's going on there. 18 down, served up eggs and beer for protein. So it could be roe and ale. So elastin must be a protein with nits and ale served up. So nothing extra in 18 down. I'm not sure I've been marking off the nothing extras or whether that's really going to matter, but I might as well put in a blank there. 24 across, now got an AG in it. Rudolph's dance partner eats good grub. Grub. No, I don't know what that is. 21 across. Motorway. It begins with an L. I wasn't expecting that. So M covered in lame. Coat of tar. Lammy. M1 in lame. Oh, I don't know. 34 across. It's got ISL. A month before university. So Kislev. That's one of these Hebrew months. So that's Velsik backwards. Kiev within capitals. Borders. Before university, all. I don't quite know why, but I think Kislev is the answer. A month, yeah, but before university. I don't know, that might be wrong. 24 down, how about Tutbox? No. So, oh, Musk something. Reduced grunge, possibility. Mush, just becomes mus, possibly. And cut back, cut. Musk cow, source of strong. Could be musk cow. So have a look at 42 across. Make support thicker. I don't know. And VP in 28 down doesn't look good. Students that quit early, and it's only 6 letters. I don't know what's going on there. 31 across. So if this was all of the letters in here, we've got ESKI, and we've got another 5 letters going across. So we want a 9-letter political leader or something, including ESKI, and it must be current. I should be able to think of that as well, but I can't. Have a quick look at 22. Recreation of parts for voice conveyed by versatile performers with no trace of class. It's a very long clue. Can't really get a handle on that. 13 across. Stranger returns to set things in order. That's like redo, and that's got an extra D in 13 across. Order backwards. Getting that. 6 down. Singer bass meeting Lambert in box. A box, say, could be a tree or a hedge treble. Yeah, so there's a tree with bass and Lambert, B and L in it. They're both strange chambers abbreviations. 16 across. Run into swamp, so that's brogue. I think bogue can be a swamp, like some long form of bog, with an item of footwear. I might find out. I should be getting an extra letter from that. 6 across, forced redistribution of wealth. That's an anagram. The law. This is an easier corner. 7 down, doctor's other half, Hyde, and Lord Lieutenant quaffing Roman. That's R, is it, or RC? Mead. So it begins with HYD. Hyde and so Hyde and LL, quaffing Roman. So I want something like hydrocell or hydrel. Don't quite know the answer. I don't think I know the solution. Jittery neuropathologist extracting crude poison fairly slowly. So I think we would find that larghetto and poison, which would be a full 15 letters, would be an anagram of neuropathologist. Now there's an extra letter. It's a U, isn't it? So 8 down is giving us an extra U. Don't like doing that in my head, really. In an ideal world, I'd have time to just sit down and cross off all the letters. Heated tirade, probably row, over a pair of tablets. OEE. One having authorization. Okay, so the warranty rather ruins brogue as an answer. Brogan. And that can be some sort of footwear item as well as brogue, and that's bog and an. So now warranty would fit. So let's put it in anti. And ARR all goes in there, probably. 8, but star. And 11 across says, okay, exotic dame, she's loaded. So it's probably an anagram of, is it dame and she? Don't know. 11 down. Oh no, an anagram of dame and she meaning loaded. I can't see that. Mad down. No. 11 down. Director. Oh, it's another 9-letter one. Director longing to perform Gilbert and Sullivan. That's do GS. Initially passed on. Pointers to dramatists. So initial pointers. So some sort of dogs in Shakespeare's language. Initially, Gilbert and Sullivan initially is GS. To perform is do, so that's dogs. So we're looking for director and then a longing yen. Diane dogs, that's not long enough. Dryan dogs, and how's it all going to fit in there? I don't know, it probably ends in GS though. Let's try that. 23 across. Seems irregular according to Shakespeare, enough said. This is one of those extraordinary Shakespearean words that turns up in this sort of puzzle a lot. Gives us an extra M from the anagram. 20 across with a G at the end now. Labour for one, right at the centre. EG with something at the centre. No. Labour for one. Flag? No, it doesn't fly. Slog. Slog would be labour. So why would right be in the centre? Slow. I don't know. I think it's going to be slog, but I can't see why. 20 down. Sled evenly. That's LD. Pulled by husky pursuing a walrus once. So lovely surface, but Morse is a walrus. It's 8-letter answer. Husky, that's probably in the sense of horse or something. Morse and horse. Sled evenly, LD. Pulled by, I don't know quite what pulled means. Put in, perhaps. Old horse. That looks like it could be an answer, but I don't know it. So now we're forced to move off into the southeast. 25 across, Archdeacon's next to suffer in Motherwell, where fumes escape. Oh, it's another long answer. To suffer. Vent something. Then being the Archdeacon, to suffer in Motherwell. Vent hole. That's quite possible. That would be where fumes escape. So thole could be that Scottish word. 14 down. Measures of spectral irradiance from the heavens. Wow, that's a long definition. And sun after start of year. Yeah. Measures of spectral irradiance from the heavens. Parsecs. How long is it? It is 7. No, what was 7 now? Possibly hydrocell. Doctor's other half. I don't want 2 L's. Could be an extra one. Quaffing Roman. Hydromel. That's a drink made with water and honey, it looks like. And Rom for Roman. There's an extra L from the Lord Lieutenant. And it is the answer. That's alright. This proves the vent bit, perhaps. Makes slog look right again. Why? I don't know why. Labour for 1. Right at the centre. No, right at the centre is G. So for 1 must give SLO something. Solo. Right. 20 across gives us an extra O. And back to the grid. 29 across with an L and a T in it. Ruled bad. Oh, it's 9 letters. Ruled badly in Washington, D.C. Maybe displaying naivety. So an anagram of ruled in city, probably credulity. Okay, so we've got star ulity. And we're fitting a cred in 20 down with something else. And what is that going to be? A seahorse, maybe. Sled evenly. Evenly pulled out of sled gives SE. And then horse with an A taken out and A. Right, so it is seahorse. Which must weirdly be, that should be the star E. Weirdly be an old walrus. And then 20 down gives us an A extra. And what are all the letters that go in there at around 29? Horse and cred. Schroeder would be an anagram of those. And I don't know who Schroeder is. But he might not even be the right anagram, but I'm willing to bet he is. So 31 across ends in an E. It was a long word. To get, oh, we knew it did it with an E because it said energy. 21 across with an A. Motorway covered in imperfect hair. Well, it still seems like lammy, but I don't know what that means. Okay, I'll put it in for now. I'm not at all confident that that's right. 24. I kind of like Musk for 24 down, so 24 across would begin Mag. Rudolph's dance partner. I should know a ballerina beginning M-A. Maria, maybe? Grub. Mag. It's a bit like Mania in French, isn't it? So, oh, manger, that is. Maggiore, is that Italian for eat? Probably not. Maggie, that doesn't say. Oh, Margot, that might be rude. Maggot is a grub, different sort of grub. Margot Fontaine. I apologise to ballet lovers for not knowing immediately who Rudolph's partner was, but there we go. A bit of ignorance. Now, 22 down. Recreation of parts for voice conveyed by versatile performers with no trace of class. Just don't know that. I don't think I've got all the letters right. Kislev is very doubtful now. Although it's good for Musk. I don't know, a month before. Kislev maybe. All within. No, Kiev was good though for the capital on the borders. I don't know what sort of dogs these were either. They probably mess up the second thing in 11 down. Direct at D. So D something, so ditch dogs. Okay, let's go with that. Let's assume it's the D there and a star there, and that is itch and O. So 13 across features. Cheeto. Is that a name? It's not a name, is it? I'm sure that anagrams into a name I know and can't think of. And this at 11 across, dame and she loaded. So an anagram of dame and she, maybe dame and she's loaded. Damn. I just don't know. And this was 14, so this is probably something that fits this pattern. Measures of spectral irradiance from the heavens and sun after start of year. So it ends in YS, obviously. From the heavens. Irradiance from the heavens, maybe, and sun. Wow, I don't know that. 33 across, it's plain, wages almost went up. Prose, that's plain. Wages almost is pay, but the Y has been taken off by the almost and the A by the message. So there we go. 33 down with a P. HQ south of Peru, armoured American natives. Peru I think is just P, or it could be PR. Base for HQ. American natives. Short tribe beginning with P. I know quite a lot of American tribe names, and that's not one of them. Well, there aren't any short ones that I know beginning with P, but not that short. Anger brewing over Austria's president. So that's Reagan. Down of anger with Austria in it. 43 down. Modest party food. Bash fuel full. Gives us an extra E in the puzzle there. Just did a very entertaining Matt Gaffney American puzzle in which bashful was a very key moment. 37 down. Float about wasting time. Well, that looks a lot like loaf. Then it's not even defined. Oh, so it's defined by the whole clue. It's an andlet, very clever. Loaf. 32 down. Boats examined partially on the ocean at sea. And there's an extra X in the hidden there at 32 down. X. That's quite exciting. I wasn't expecting an X. 33 down. The HQ, it does look like base, so it is something I don't know. It's probably P-Buzz. Maybe I have heard of that. And there's an E missing. That breaks up the X and S there. Perfect. Let's have a look at 30 down. We've nearly had a look at all the clues. 30 down. PM, full of fun, spattering all the ink in his quill. It's quite weird. PM, peel, full of fun, spattering all the ink in his quill. Pencil, old spelling of pencil, P-E-N-S. Fun spattering all the ink. Why would that be NS? Don't know. 36 across, plastic remodeled tenfold. So that's Teflon as a form of plastic. And we get an extra D in 36. 39 across. SB. Ooh, maybe I've got something wrong, or maybe we've got a 10-letter answer. Scavengers run back behind Stone Ridge in the Drakensberg. Blimey. There's a lot of clue there. Run can't be lope because we've had that elsewhere. Stone Ridge, so ST. I don't know. I do like pencil at 30 now, but I have no idea why fun spattering all the ink gives NS or all. In fact, okay, the ink in his quill is pencil, the way he would have spelled it. So it's fun spattering. Wow, NS. Don't get that at all. Now it would be nice to get some of these done. What sort of musk thing are we looking at? 24 down. Musk cow. Right. Reduced grunge. Mush with MUS possibly. And cut back. Source of strong smell. Wok. Dog. Musk cod. I suppose there could be a fish that's smelly. Grunge. Could be missing an extra letter there, and it might be the wrong answer. 42 across. Make support thicker. Make support. Depend. 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 Quite like depend. Don't really know why. 31. To get going again. Roll within. Oh yeah. I don't know. 28 down. Students that quit early recalled after shaking off an old lethargy. Right, let's have a look at the message, see if we're getting anything out of this. This is now saying USDT Tom Road left Olunensis used to um, 11 across. Exotic dame, she's loaded, so that's probably got a missing letter, and it might be an E, so that would be use. Okay, let's just check the preamble, see what we're meant to be getting here. Solvers must write down the location of each member in order below the grid. The wordplay in 34 clues indicates the answer. The letters spell out an explanatory instruction. So, what could they be spelling out? Use DT use DT something to M Road left Olunensis. But it's meant to be 34 clues, so I'm missing a ton of those letters. So let's recheck the answers. 12 we thought was gossamer, so it's boss clothed in game. So there's a B. So let's use BDT to or BD. Is D right? What was 13? Stranger turns odder. Ah, but it could be red, R-E-D-D, not redo. So it wasn't Cheeto, it was Chit D. Ditch. Don't know what that means. Right. Dicht. Dicht might be another German name like Merkel and Schroeder. Okay, and red gave us an extra O instead, which makes this use bottom road left. And Ollie, what's 4 down? Oh, there was a C in that. Column. So 1 of 9, 11 or 14 gives an extra M. The heated tirade was warm rant, not a war rant. Fair enough. 11 was the ditch dogs. 14, no, I don't know what 14 is. but it doesn't seem to have an extra letter. Column axes and X's. What's 30 down? Oh, P and appeal, full of fun spattering. Oh, penful. Right, and there's an extra E in 30 down. Okay, and the answer's penful. Does that clash? No, it doesn't clash with anything. I've got all the ink in his quill. Right, does that help with 39 across, ending O something? Yeah. Run back, flow back. So scavenger is some sort of S wolf. Run back behind stone, ST wolf. And a ridge in the Drakensberg. That'd be some South African word for ridge. I don't know, some sort of wolf, but I have no idea what. So that is going to be one of the starred letters, and it's, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. A starred letter, there we go. 31 across, to get going again. Oh yeah, something, rule with intelligence, nous, brain, rule, reopen. Didn't really trust Lammy at 21 either. Anyway, what was this message? Sorry, I should have focused on that. So now we're saying use bottom road, but I'm not sure about road. Left column and annexes or something. Left column, that was fine. It must be annexes. Right, so 22, yeah, well, there's clues here that we didn't really understand. Okay, use bottom road, that would be 13 letters. Left column would be another 10, that's 23. Annexes would take it up to 30. Wasn't I looking for a larger number? 34, so I'm still missing 4 parts of that message. Use bottom road. Left column annexes. So bottom left, bottom row. Use bottom row, obviously. Why am I thinking road would be right? That's stupid. Use bottom row, so 31 across, got a missing W. To get going again, rule with intelligence is it, wit. And therefore you take off the W and you get it. And energy. So rule is a longer word than just R. Reignite, rain. That's very neat. Okay, so we've got rain in 31. Was it 31? We've got rain and esky. No idea what that name's going to be. It should be obviously Kissinger, isn't it? Reigner and esky. It's not quite Kissinger. Kaisinger. Those all seem to be very German names, certainly. I don't know if that's a real name. So 22 down looks like movie something. 22 down, recreation of parts for voice. So OV, conveyed by versatile performer. Movie with no trace of class. Performers with no trace of class must be, I don't know, movie something. 28 down, students that quit. This isn't fitting at all. Kislev isn't looking great, is it? So, I don't know that. Maybe 38 was wrong. The run cable hand in hand. 42 across, got lots of letters still to get in there. Make support figure. Anyway, let's try the message again. Use bottom row, and 34 has an extra N. Why? That was something in Kiev. LMS. I don't know why. but use bottom row and left column annexes. As indexes. That's plausible. So 22 would have an extra S. 24 might have an extra I. Grunge can be music. Yeah, that's plausible. 28 I must have got wrong. Why have I put an N in that? I've put it in the wrong space. The N was meant to be there. So 28 will give us a D. Right, and 22 will give us an S. So we've got use bottom row and left column as indexes. And I sort of know what that means. That's an explanatory instruction. Now what we had to do below the grid was write down the location of each member in order below the grid. And I think that's the location in the grid. So we find this Andrea character. Andreu, isn't that? Yeah, that's some sort of Andreu. I don't know how to spell it, something like that. And that person is there, and that is AP, possibly. What do we use first? The bottom row, so PA. Then Merkel was at, that is, oh, we don't know the bottom letter, but then it's a G, so question mark G, we'll put in there. Then the ditch character, or dicht more likely, was at HG. Oh, that doesn't work quite as well. I'm looking at the bottom row, the character in the bottom row and the character in the left column as the indexes for these things. But we have missed one out, haven't we? In between that, let's put dicht, and we'll call it dicht this time, down one cell. And in between that, we've got somebody in the far right column, which is LA. Don't know who it is. So it's kind of spelling out a message, although something's wrong. But we'll move on. The next one I know about is there. And that is AU next to the Schroeder one. The Kaisinger one, and I've just made up that name, is there. Something S. God, it would really help to solve that bottom clue. Make support thicker, wouldn't it? Dopier. It'd be quite fun to put dopey next to bashful like that. Dopier. Yeah, that works. Okay. Don't know what. Kislev must be wrong. Or Lope could be wrong. Probably Kislev. Kislau. Let's try Kislau. That feels like a name as well, and it will give us. No, it won't. I don't know what that is. Of course, there could be a clash, but 28 down. Stupor. That could be an old lethargy. Students that quit early recalled. So dropouts recalled after shaking off an old, one of the O's. So we get an extra D from 28 down. I'm sure that's what we were expecting. We probably filled it in. Yes. So that's stupor. Oh, we didn't get to this one, which is SC. I don't know who that is in. Oh, because we don't know what the wolf is. So next down, next to 39, got SC. We don't know who it is, and we're spelling. Okay, so that Merkel one is now RG. Pog. I don't like that HG for dicht. Maybe I've got him in the wrong place. No, I don't think so. And there's going to be one there, isn't there? I've forgotten that one because vent hole had too many letters. Whoops. So that is opposite 25. Question mark. So do we have another question mark? Kaisinger was something S, and that is now IS. Okay. We're missing. Do we know that there's somebody else? Another. Unless there's some two-letter. I mean, I feel these are all German chancellors or something like that. So, but I don't know what their connection is. So, we've got something like Pagla Gumau-isk. Music. I'm seeing music somehow there. Or parlour music there. Agag was. Oh, I don't know. Okay, what I'm going to do now is look up some of these names, and the only names I'm no, that's the wrong. That was the wrong. So let's have a look at. Google. I can't get Google in here. Oh yeah, I can. That's good. Okay, and we were looking at Schroeder and Merkel. Captains for something. Come on, Google. I'm in a slightly remote room in my house here, so it's not necessarily great at finding things out on the internet. Gerhard Schroeder is a German politician. Served as Chancellor. So let's do Chancellors of Germany and see if we get some of the other names. Surely we should have had Helmut Kohl somewhere. That would have helped, but maybe it'd be nice to see things like Kaisinger in a list of Chancellors of Germany. What was this clue to 24? Oh, look at that. Kiesinger. There we go. Adenauer. How could I not solve that anagram? Adenauer, Erhard. So that was going to be Erhard, ARR from warranty, and two letters at the start. What are the shortest names? Brandt, Schmidt, Kohl, Schroeder, Merkel. Oh, so where I thought this was ditch dogs, maybe that's all up here. Ditch there, and SM going across. And the dogs is fine, of course, because I missolved read as redo originally. So this one is SMA something HED, so smashed would work. And the clue is Dame, she's loaded, so that gave us the extra E, and smashed can be loaded in the sense of drunk. So we've got Erhard and Schmidt up there, and they are HA and LA instead of whatever I thought they were. So we've got how's it going to work now? We had Schmidt as a HA. We've got Erhard as LA coming after. I have to fit him in somehow. Erhard is LA. Pahalag. And then he's gone from there. That's not still quite giving me the message I thought. Dicht is gone entirely. That was complete rubbish. That's good because I didn't like that HG. So Pahalagum Mao. Okay, where was the list of chancellors? We had Adenauer, Erhard, Kiesinger, Brandt. I haven't seen Brandt or Kohl, but I've got Schmidt, Schroeder, and Merkel. So Kohl is here with the K and HOL. Okay, and the clue So something Jansky's, that's something, isn't it? Measures of spectral irradiance from the heavens. Jan is the start of the year, and sky and S. Right, so that's 14 down, 22 down. Oh, we need Brant somewhere. Oh, that must be this one. B and Strandwolf, 39. Rand is Ridge in the Drakensberg. So that was stupid. It's probably Kislew. And 22 down must be Movie Ole or something. I don't really know. Movie Recreation of Parts for Voice. Or Movie Tone or Movie something. We've got all the Chancellors in, have we? Brandt and Cole, yeah. Okay, so Brandt was, if I got them in order, let's move this across here. We've got, in fact, let's make it a bit bigger because we need to see all of them really. We've got PA, HA, LA. Oh, but maybe I should put them in order that they came in, which was Adenauer. Let's just correct its spelling. Put Schmidt in capitals. Oh no, put them all in small. Never mind. Adenauer's number 1. He's PA. Where's my Chancellor list? Then Erhard, Kiesinger, Brandt, Schmidt, Kohl, Schroeder, Merkel. Erhard, Kiesinger, Brandt. So Erhard comes next. He's 2 and he's LA. Kiesinger comes next and he's 3 and Palais. That's spelling out. That's better. Forgotten the order again. Kiesinger, Brandt, Schmidt, Kohl, Schroeder, Merkel. So Brandt is 4, and he's the bottom one, and he's SC. So he's 4. Palais, SC. Okay, that's going to be a German place, isn't it? Brandt, Schmidt, and he was the one up there at 11, which was HA. So he's 5. Palais, Shah. Then we got, I can't remember the list again, that's poor. Kohl, Schroeder, and Merkel. So Kohl is that one, that's UM. So that's Palais, Schaum. 2 more to put in order. Merkel will be the last one because she's obviously current. And Schroeder must be the other one. And he's BU, Palais Schaumburg. And that is the answer to go in at the bottom. And I'm probably going to have to look up that movie answer, movie 1 or something in Chambers, and maybe the Kislew answer because I haven't fully understood that. But there's the answer to the puzzle. So thank you for watching. That's been entertaining, and another listener cracked. Bye now.